This video describes how to lay out, make tabs, cut out and fold the cube, also known as a hexahedron. I want this cube to measure 3 inches on each side. So I don't forget, I'm going to write down 3 inches. In order to lay everything out, what you need is your straight edge, your mechanical pencil, your compass, and your eraser. You will also need glue, drafting tape, and your X-Acto knife when it comes to assembling it. Let's get started. We are going to draw a horizontal line, and I'm going to make that line about 4 inches from the bottom of the paper. So here is my starting point, this horizontal line. One of the fundamental aspects of laying out these planar nets is being able to draw a perfectly perfect right angle. There is a video on Blackboard that describes how to draw a perfectly perfect right angle and also how to draw a square. It's important to understand how to draw the right angle. We don't need to, per se, use a triangle, we don't need to use our rulers or our right angle triangles to draw this right angle. We're going to use just our compass. So what I want to do here is make our right angle. This is a right angle. And next, I want to put a general right angle on the far right side of the paper. I'm going to do the same thing. Connect the dots. Now, as I said before, I want the square to have a 3-inch width to it. I'm going to lay down my ruler, and I'm going to come up with 3 inches. Set it on. Oh, that's pretty close. If it gets confusing to have extra marks on your page, go ahead and erase them. A lot of this project is drawing lines that ultimately get erased. Okay. I'm going to mark the height of 3 inches right there. I'm going to mark 3 inches over here. What I'm doing is I am making this long rectangle. So what I want is of 4 squares together. So all I'm trying to do is get 2 parallel lines, top and bottom. These parallel lines are, in fact, now 3 inches apart. Like so. So the compass is set to 3 inches, and we shouldn't have to move it. So make sure you keep everything exactly how it was a moment ago. And I am just making a series of marks. I'm starting from the left side and working my way to the right side. I'm going to draw the first 2 lines a little bit long. And then the last 2 lines I'll just draw between the 2 others. I don't need this line anymore, so I'm going to erase it. I don't want to get confused. Again, all I was trying to do was establish 2 right angles at the beginning, so it's now gone. Because I made these lines long, I can use the compass and mark. Looks like I didn't make them quite long enough. this is our planar net. So we don't get confused, I'm going to erase all the lines again that aren't going to help us. Now, let's pair where the edges are when they come together. This one is going to merge with this one because it's folding up into a cube, into a right angle. I'm going to label A and A. This one merges with that one because it's folding, those two are folding in the same direction. B and B. This one merges with this one. C and C. This with this down here. Now, where is this line paired? It needs to make a connection somewhere. And maybe you might need to take some time to figure out where the connections go. But I'll tell you that once these are connected, these two need to be connected because they're the next one in sequence. So I'm going to go ahead and label them E and E. So find the next one in sequence if you get confused. And then similarly, F and F. Now, the only thing left that doesn't have, the only lines that don't have labels on them are this one and this one. We want to keep, well, we want to make the connection. And where are we? G. Because they're the last two, those are the two that are paired together. I want to put a tab on all of these squares, but I think I want to make this one the lid. So let's start with A. Again, I'm angling it in. I'm going to go about a 1/2 inch. And then B, angled in, about a 1/2 inch. C, D, E, F, and G. I want this to be the lid, so I'm not going to put any tabs on the lid. I'm going to put tabs only on G. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 open sides. And we should have 7 tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are always half as many tabs as there are open sides. All right, this box sat for a couple minutes. Let's pull the tape off and see how it looks. Good so far. Excellent connection. All right. We have ourselves a hexahedron, also known as a cube.